Hey everyone, welcome back to another Dr. Twisted's Toy Time. Well, it's been a while, but I've been gathering stuff up over the past month and so on, probably about a month and a half. It's like I haven't been finding much stuff or getting much stuff, so I'd find a little thing here and get a little thing here, and now it's built up quite a bit. 'Cause I did the comic book video before, and now a bunch of stuff came in, and I found some stuff at a flea market, thrift store, and other things I'll explain along the way. So let's get started. All right, I'll start off with the loose stuff. All right, starting off with a goodie. I got this lead head figure from Commando. I've been wanting this one for a long time, and he popped up for a really great price. And this one has just a little teeny bit of paint wear here on his pocket. Otherwise, he's just like pristine. His screws and everything have no rust on them. So I was like, there was a bunch of them up there, and the others wanted more money, and they were all beat to hell. And I saw this one; he was in really clean shape, no weapons, but I just really wanted this figure. I have one of the other ones, so I finally pulled the trigger and picked him up at a really great price. And I found him at a flea market. His name is Tranzor. He's a Z-Bot, like a big Z-Bot. So this one's really cool. It's got this little flip-out gun. It's got some flip-out things here. I think that's the only flip-out things. I got him for an awesome deal at a flea market. So I'm happy to add another Z-Bot to the collection, especially one that's so good, so cool. I dig the colors on them. Very awesome. All right, also at that flea market, I found this Soki of Tennessee Tuxedo. Who all remembers him? He's he's an oldie but a goodie. Those classic cartoons, probably back when Bullwinkle was still on. Way back, probably 70s, maybe even 60s. I think this was actually 1965. That's crazy. I wasn't even born yet when this came out, but that's pretty awesome to find. I love Tennessee Tuxedo. Also at the flea market, I found this guy. I think they're called Creepy Kids. I've been seeing them a lot on like Froggy Flips and stuff lately, and I was like, I've never even seen those out in the wild, and then I found one loose. I think there's 4 of them in the set. I can't remember what his name is. Little werewolf boy. But that's pretty awesome to find. I was happy about that. Because I love werewolves. Got another little werewolf to add to the collection. And then something close to a werewolf. I just went to Goodwill yesterday. My wife and I went out to dinner and we stopped at Goodwill. And I found this old, was it 10-inch Sabretooth? Pretty awesome. So I have 2 different versions of Wolverine, so now I actually have a Sabretooth to fight him. Very cool. And then I found this thing here, these skulls. It's got the front and the back. I'm not sure if it's for resin or what, but I wasn't going to leave it behind. We like making little molds. Use it for clay or something. Thought that was cool. Alright, that is the loose. Well, one more thing actually. One of the coolest things. Do you know what that part is? This goes to the Masters of the Universe old school Tyrannosaurus Rex. This is the little drone that shoots out of his belly. I've got that, and I've been missing this piece, and I found a really great deal on eBay, and I like, it's time for me to pull the trigger and complete my figure. But the cool thing is, I pulled a bin down from my attic because I wanted to go through some of my vintage cards to see what I had. And I actually have the box for this guy. I forgot all about that I had the box for him. So I was stoked to finally complete him and find his box. Alright, let's move on. We went to Walmart in another part of Missouri. We were meeting up with the grandparents, and our child stays with them for a couple weeks in the summer. So as we were dropping off our child with them, we stopped at a Walmart, and I found this Amani. I'm not a pop guy, but I keep saying that, and then I have like quite a collection of them. But I wasn't going to leave this one behind. It was the only one I saw there, and I love a man. I have a few different ones, so add another one to the collection. I thought this was awesome. Then when I went to see the Masters of the Universe movie, they were out of all the Masters of the Universe stuff, but they still had a Mandalorian and Grogu, like popcorn tin with Grogu. So I picked this up. So when I actually went and saw this movie, I got the helmet drink cup. But I really wanted the Motu Castle, but they were all out of them. They were out of that and the sword, the drink sword, and I wanted both those. Saved up money to get them both, and they were sold out. I was so mad. But at least I got a cool, like, raised tin. This is just really cool looking. And it came with a Grogu, so happy about that. Alright, and another Walmart visit. I found this guy on clearance. I've been waiting for him to drop even more. Last time I went, he was on clearance for $25. I'm like, nah, that's still way too much. But this one was $13.50, and I figured I better pull the triggers, and I'm glad I did, because the next time I went, he was all gone. But this one's really cool. It's like there's, his chest goes completely black. I gotta figure it out, but, and then it opens up and shows you the spider. So I'm looking forward to opening him and figuring all this out. Another cool Venom to the collection. I was waiting to do the video for these. I just got this package in today. 2 vintage Spiral Zone figure clothing sets. Now I have 2 naked Spiral Zone figures, and I saw these. Most of the sets on eBay were like 50, 60 bucks, and I got these for, what was it, like $12 each, I think it was. And it was from the same seller, so he combined shipping. So I got them both for less than 30 bucks. And now I can, you might be mad at me, but I'm going to open these. I mean, the cards are pretty beat up and stuff, but I want to complete my naked Spiral Zone figures. So I thought these were really cool. Alright, then we see there was Prime Days on Amazon, and they had some really awesome deals, so I finally picked up a Skelenite. So I went to Walmart again, and they finally had some Motu figures, but they had the Skeletor and they had the Mechanic again, but they did not have the Skelenite. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I just went on to Amazon, and they had them for the same price, $9.97. So I finally got me a Skelenite. Happy about that. But I'm even happier about this. Got the Panther Man. Super cool. I got the Battle Cat Man already, so I was happy to finally get the Panther Man. I mean, look at that. Card art is sick. And along the same lines of Panther Man, I got Panthro Man. No, just Panthro. But this Panthro is amazing. He's the Masters of the Universe one. There's like two different versions. I think the first version came with like gold armor or something, but this silver armor. And he comes with this awesome battle axe and this mace, plus his nunchucks. This is super cool Panthro, and I'm excited to add him to the collection. Card art on the back. Very cool. And then lastly, for the Prime deals, I got Xandar. I've got Zartan and I've got Zarana, so I needed Xandar to complete the family trio. So I thought that was awesome. Still need quite a few Dreadnoks, but I was happy to finally complete the family. Keeping it with G.I. Joe, the last time I went to the comic shop for Father's Day, I showed you the comics. I said I got a toy. This was the toy I was waiting for. I got the other two I found at Ross for like $9 each. I was super happy about that, but I really wanted Eel, and he never showed up at Ross, but he was at my comic shop. First time and only time I've seen him out in the wild, so I was like, I'm gonna pick him up. He was 25% off, so stoked about that, to finally have him. Alright, now there's a couple other things. I stopped at a thrift store and I found this 50th anniversary Jaws bag, which has the cool saying up here, we're gonna need a bigger boat. And then it's got the da-dum, da-dum, da-dums in the background. I thought that was awesome. Little bag to hang from the ceiling and put like plushies or bigger figures in or something. I'll figure some use out for it. Alright. Then, the last time I went to my comic store to pick up the sub, I showed you the poster I got, the Clayface poster, but they also had these Dark Horse 40 Years stickers, so I grabbed one of these stickers, so that was really cool. Then my wife bought some stickers and gave me some. She gave me this one. A couple meat wads. A couple Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Super cool. And for Father's Day, she got me the Scrub Daddy. Thought that was funny. The Mandalorian and Grogu, since we went to the movie and everything. Figured I'd just hang this on my wall because it makes me laugh. Because I'm the Scrub Daddy. Alright, then another cool thing is this past weekend, my wife and I went to a date, since we didn't have the kiddo. We went to an independent film at our local college movie theater, and it was it's called The Daemon. The Demon. Spelled like that. Crazy H.P.R. Lovecraft inspired film. It was a slow burn. It was a descent into madness. Like I said, it was slow to begin with, but it had a lot of cool stuff going on in it. And I'm happy we went, because after the movie they had a Q&A, and that was a lot of fun. And we got to hold up they brought a prop, so we got to check that out. I'll probably show the pictures here. And then after that, we got some free stuff. They were handing out free stuff, so we got this postcard. Very cool. They had a sticker. I really like the monster design. Got a button. And then we got a poster that he signed. So it was a really fun, cool experience. I love stuff like that. And there you go, my friends. That was my haul for the past month and a half of toys and odds and ends. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Peace.